Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Look what we have. Imperfect foods. It's been like, what, 5 months since we got an order from Imperfect? Do you think they've gotten any better? We're gonna find out. But first, if you wanna give Imperfect foods a try, there's a link in the description down below where you can save. This video is not sponsored by Imperfect. I just like to not go to the grocery store. And with the cost of things right now at the grocery store, I try to find any way I can to get things cheaper. These services, Imperfect, Misfits, my stomach won't stop growling. These services, Imperfect Foods, Misfits Market, Lancaster Farm Fresh, and all the others that I use, Thrive Market, Butcher Box, Moink, Seven Sons. I have tons of videos with all these companies. If you use them, you will save money over grocery store prices. We also do BJ's and Costco. For weekly groceries, you can't beat these services, especially for the quality and the fact that they're organic. They're lifesavers. It helped us during the closures at the beginning of, the whole pandemic thing. And now that we're into this inflation problem and supply chain issues, I've had zero issues getting things from these companies. If you haven't tried them yet, now may be a good time. If you use my links, you help me out. I get a little something off my next order, and that helps me to make more videos like this for all of you. First, I do want to show you, this box is damaged. So we're gonna do this one, the one that's on top. We're gonna do that first so that we can see what the damage is. And I have my step stool here because I don't think I can reach. Now it's gonna cut off my head if I do that. But I'm gonna have to at least do that to open the box. I'm not that short, but short enough. All right, let's get these boxes open and find out what's inside. That was easy to open. It wasn't taped very well, I'll be honest. Look, they have a useless piece of cardboard too. But theirs is branded. Remember how Good Shop did that? We've got some spring mix. It's smushed. I mean, this is just what happens, guys, unfortunately. Things get smushed. But it's not open, so that's good. We got the Essential Baking Company pizza crust because, oh, and you know what? I'm gonna go over my receipt with you at the end so you can see what all this costs because I can't remember it from memory. But this is the same company that makes the bread. And I did get some of the bread too. And I've never seen these before. This is two. It's the glare coming in. Let me see if I can fix that. See, now it's gonna be dark. So we're either dark or we have a glare. We gotta choose. So this is demi baguettes. It's two breads. I've never seen this before, so I grabbed it. And the pizza crust. Some gnocchi. I love gnocchi. Colin doesn't like gnocchi. He doesn't like it, but you know what? I love it. So every once in a while, he can have something like this that I like as a change, right? We've got 2 limes, and these look good. And we've got the Italian style seasoning. This, I've ordered it before. I know it's not organic. And that is kind of a drawback with Imperfect is you have to check everything because Misfits is mostly organic, although they've started to get things like Oreos and I think I saw Special K. Go figure. Seriously, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Must be overstocked and they just got it. You do have to be a little bit more careful with Imperfect because not everything is organic. They have conventional produce too. And we got their 7 sprouted whole grain bread. And we've had this before. It's really good. And what I do, because we don't eat sandwiches like every day, I freeze it and take it out as we need it. So let me show you this. I'm going to film this on my phone because I don't like the way this is packaged. And this is kind of the problem that I've had with Imperfect for a while. This Mylar bubble wrap thing should have been sealed, right? I mean, there's this piece of tape here where we can seal it, right? But it wasn't. So I have cheese and stuff in here and it wasn't I mean, it feels like it's cool, but they could have done better with that. We have some arugula. You know, why can't they just get it together? Why? I mean, all of us at home know what the problem is, but they don't seem to know what the problem is. It is cold though. So we have some Gruyere cheese. And we have some of the Tillamook pepper jack cheese. And my stomach keeps growling, so I'm gonna eat some of this because I'm starving. Habanero cheddar, because it sounded really good. And some 5-year white cheddar. Again, sounded really good. I must have been hungry when I was placing this order. They don't have a minimum on the cold pack.
Wow!
So Misfits, you have to order 30 or maybe it's $35 worth of cold items in order to get them. But Imperfect doesn't do that. You can order one of something cold and get it. You don't have to order $30 to $35 worth of cold stuff to get it. So there's a pro for Imperfect. And then some buttermilk. Oh, and some goat cheese. And it is all cool, but it would have been helpful if they had sealed up this thing. What is this? Oh, there's another lime rolling around in here. Rolling around in there. And that's interesting. So they use this for an ice pack. This was just sitting in there. I'm not sure I really understand. I'm glad I took those out because I found my chickpeas. Also rolling around in there. We got 2 of these. I know they're not organic. It says not produced with genetic engineering. Now we're on to box number 2. This one is packed a little bit better, it looks like. So they have this on top. It's not useless because it actually fits in the box and doesn't move around. So it's a little bit better than Misfits' crazy, silly thing on top. We have some lacinato kale. This is the flat leaf kale. It looks good. Wow, holy broccoli. Look at the stalks on this broccoli. Wow. Those are some big stalks. Some broccoli. They didn't have broccolini. I wish they did because you guys know I prefer broccolini to broccoli. It's not gonna work. A cucumber. This is a very large cucumber. A very small zucchini. It's really small. Like look at that. It's a tiny zucchini. C&B Farms. So green beans from C&B Farms. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that C&B Farms founded Worthy Flavors, which is another one of these companies that I do occasionally get stuff from. I actually haven't gotten stuff from them in quite a while. I used to get stuff from them like every other week. And then Lancaster Farm Fresh has kind of swooped in and taken that because you know what? They are so good. And if you haven't seen any of my Lancaster Farm Fresh videos, check them out. There's a link to them in the description down below. Anyway, C&B Farms is the founding farm that founded Worthy Flavors. And I always find it interesting that the other companies use their green beans. I guess Worthy Flavors or C&B Farms has a surplus of green beans. We have some ground cinnamon. This is a little wet, but it's sealed, so it should be okay. It's running out of cinnamon with all the baking. A very large orange. Some peeled tomatoes. And these are Italian. These are a product of Italy. They're not organic, but the laws in Europe are a little bit different in terms of what's allowed for pesticides and GMOs. So I trust tomatoes that come from Europe a little bit more than I trust conventional tomatoes that come from the USA, if that makes sense. We've got this is like a poultry thing. It's thyme, parsley, and rosemary. And the clamshell was open and a little crushed. I love this stuff. This is my snacky snack. This is like corn nuts, but they're non-GMO, gluten-free. So you know with corn, you got to be really careful with the GMOs because most corn in the US is GMO. These are so good. When I get a craving for something salty and crunchy, this is a great option. Some ginger. I wish I had this the other day because I made soup with my leftover turkey from Thanksgiving and I didn't have any ginger. I usually have ginger. For some reason I didn't. But I love to put ginger in my soups. Another orange. A whole bunch of lemons. These look good. Some pears. Colin loves pears. Season for all the things. Ugh. Well, this is kind of sad. This was like balled up in the corner. This is my Italian parsley. This is a sad, sad state of Italian parsley. And then, this is so weird, guys. So, they're putting, let me show you this. I don't understand why they're doing this. They're putting the ice packs inside of these things. And then they're just open. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty wasteful. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this whole bubble wrap packed ice pack thing. Do you think it's wasteful? I think it's wasteful. So let me show you what this looks like in my messy kitchen. So we have everything that's in the sink. There's lots of cheese, which is something I don't normally get from Misfits. And then we have this stuff over here. This really cool demi-pack of bread, my beans and my tomatoes, my spices, the gnocchi, the love corn, and the sprouted whole grain bread. Okay, so what did I pay for this stuff? Let's take a look at that because Imperfect doesn't usually have as good of prices as Misfits does, but we'll find out. The spring mix was $4.29, which is high, and that's definitely higher than Misfits would be. The kale is $2.99. The pears were $1.99. The zucchini, this super tiny zucchini, $1.49, guys. It's totally not worth it. This is like 59 cents. I mean, come on. Wow, not a good deal. There should have been two. The cucumber was $1.75. And this is all organic. All the produce, anyway, is organic. The gnocchi was $1.99. That's a good deal. The chickpeas were two for $2.98, which is more than I would pay at Trader Joe's for, at Trader Joe's, I would get the organic chickpeas and it would be less expensive. But you know what? I didn't have to go to the store to get them. So there's that. The bread was $4.49. The lemons, they say it's a pound. It was 4 lemons. You don't usually get lemons by the pound. It was 4 lemons for $2.49. The limes were 3. I thought I got 4, but maybe it was 3. Yeah, it was 3 for $1.49. I had ordered mandarins like clementines. Those were out of stock, so I didn't get charged for that. The navel oranges, I got 2 for $2.49. The green beans were $2.99. That's high. That's really high. This is not as... What is this? This is not a pound. This is 8 ounces, so this is half a pound of green beans. That is less. When I get them from Misfits, I get about double that. That was $2.99. That's high. The ginger was $2.99. I feel like that's high. What do you think? Herbs were $2.75, and I feel like I got a better deal from Misfits on this stuff. The parsley, this ball of parsley. Oh my. This was $1.49. That's high. The arugula, $4.29. Guys, this is higher than Misfits. The pepper jack cheese was $3.99. Buttermilk blue cheese was $2.99. Goat cheese was $2.49. The cheddar was $4.49. The 5-year aged cheddar was $4.49. Crunchy corn, snacky snack, that was $3.29. The tomatoes were 2 for $3.98. I feel like that's okay. The seasonings, the Italian seasoning was $1.99. This was $1.99. And then this, all the things, that was $2.49. It's a heavier container. And then the cinnamon was $1.99, but it's not organic. The bread was $3.99. That's about the same. That is, I think, pretty much exactly the same as what we pay from Misfits. And the pizza was $3.99, which I think is a little less. If I'm remembering correctly, I feel like Misfits charges $4.29 for that.
Bingo!
Total was $91.86. Delivery is higher than Misfits. It's $7.99 instead of $4.50. I did have $50 in credits from some of you ordering and trying Imperfect foods out using my link in the description down below. So thank you for that. So my grand total, what I paid was $49.85. And for $49.85, I feel like this is a good deal. But if I didn't have those credits, thanks to some of you, I'm not sure how good of a deal it would be. Some things are better from Imperfect and some things are better from Misfits. I do like that Imperfect doesn't make you hit that $30 minimum to get cheese and meat. That's nice. But I feel like their prices on these vegetables was not so great. So, I mean, each company has their good points and their bad points, right? I mean, it's like everything else. We'll check back in with Imperfect Food again in a month or so and see how they're doing. I say a month or so. It could be 3 months. It could be next week. I don't really know, but I will check back in with them again, especially if some of you use my links, because then I'll have some credit. But what do you think of all this? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And if you know somebody who's trying to save some money on their groceries, share it with them and just post it to your social media too. It is possible to beat inflation if you do things this way. Remember, I post videos every week. At least one of them is an unboxing, and they can help you save money on organic groceries. So subscribe and ring that bell so that you never miss a video. This is Amy. Happy holidays and happy eating. I will see you real soon. Thank you for watching. Bye. My stomach's growling.